Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football, and on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in after a loss last time out, but they've still been in good form. Winners of 6 of their last 8. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk? Talk to us about stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
This is Samuels. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
And, partner, sometimes it's good for a team to get the Thursday nighter right after a loss because you don't have very long to stew on what just happened. You have to turn right around, get ready, and go out and play again. Or, as one of the veterans told me, I actually like this because I can keep my anger for this short amount of time and take it out on the other team.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Young quarterback, got to learn, need to get rid of the football.
Because when you don't get rid of the ball, they accumulate more sacks, but you're exactly right. Internal clock has to go off. Either get rid of it or start to take off and go.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Hooked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. Open man is Higgins. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's... Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Now Carey. And the Browns getting set to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Defense wins championships, baby.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is counter. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Samuels. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's now a 7-2 ball game. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Heading back out there, Jalen Samuels. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Browns. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Samuels. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
The freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the
They'll run again with Samuels on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And now it's 3rd down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now it's Hunt, and this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the second quarter. He's struggling a little bit, But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
And they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On second down, Samuels. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion. Anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt. His third touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And the Steelers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good rally to the football holds him to 2, and that brings up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Play fake. Mayfield. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Mayfield completes it to Higgins. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run. This is Hunt. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. 22 yards there, a first down.
Let's go!
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham, and snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They start with a give to counter, and he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Connor. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
53. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Let's see what you got.
They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On second and 11 now, Mayfield. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some good games to look forward to in the early window, especially the one in Baltimore. A big one coming up for the Ravens as they'll square off against the visiting Houston Texans. Good stuff to follow on the West Coast in the afternoon window, one being out in Oakland, where it'll be the Raiders taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, a matchup that we nearly saw in the playoffs last year, Bears and Rams from Los Angeles. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay. Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Mayfield on play action. It's caught. Beckham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 1st down, Hunt. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They run again with Hunt, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
David Njoku there to make the grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. With those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Strip that ball.
Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll run on first down. Samuels. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Connor. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a 60-yard. 53. Mike 53. Here we go, D.
Right back to Connor here on first. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Keep it up, guys.
They run the counter. Connor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still pass.
On first down, it's Connor, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Mayfield now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only one incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here. Mayfield now. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mayfield off the play fake. Caught left side. It's Beckham. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Mayfield with it once more. He's got Njoku, his big tight end, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And again, it's Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, it can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
And now out come the Steelers. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On the run is Connor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ready up.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They'll run on 1st down. Samuels, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
That's what I do. Shift. Watch the shift.
2nd and 2. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Let's go now.
This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Ready, go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Boswell's kick is good, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing, Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough. Now
they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Mayfield now from the 50. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Come on, fellas.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on his last 7 straight passes. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
And the Steelers set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh 1st. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 5. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And not able to get it that time. He'd hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All day, every day, any day.
Now Hunt. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Set, 180.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. On the counter, Hunt. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
180.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Browns, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.